Does your child really know the ABCs? Maybe they sing the ABC song, but is that good enough? Stick around. That's what I'm talking about today. Okay, parents, so maybe your child is starting to learn the ABCs. And so the first thing that usually comes to parents' minds is to sing the traditional ABC song. And while that's a wonderful activity to do, we all know that there are certain things that children get confused on with the ABC song. One of them being that tricky little part in the middle, LMNOP. And a lot of kids tend to think that that's all one big thing instead of a bunch of different letters, right? So, this video is not to tell you to stop singing the ABC song, it's just to help you think of some other ways that you can help your child really learn the ABCs. So, what does that look like? If your child really knows the ABCs, that means that you can put any letter in front of them, uppercase or lowercase, and your child can identify the letter. It also means, on a next level, that your child can make the primary sound of that letter. So, in other words, think of an ABC chart that you see at the top of a wall in a teacher's room. You normally see an O for an octopus, right? And hopefully, you see an igloo for an I and not an ice cream. We want to learn those short vowels first. So, let's share some ways that you can help your child get to that level of really knowing their ABCs. Number one, expose your child to some other ABC songs. Okay, so I have a few that I would like to recommend that have worked wonderfully, not only for my own three children, but also for children that I have tutored over the last several years. So, the first one that I would like to recommend is on a YouTube channel called Kids TV 123. And they have a whole playlist of ABC songs and phonics songs. So, my favorite for learning the ABCs are called the phonics song number two, phonics song number three. So, be sure to check out that channel. I will leave a link in the description below. The other ABC song that I would like to recommend is from a DVD called The Letter Factory, and it's put out by Leapfrog. You can stream it. You may be able to find it on YouTube, but I know for sure you can find the DVD for like $10 or less. And it has worked wonders because your child can also watch it on the screen and be able to see the upper and lowercase letters. And they go through each letter of the alphabet as if they are entering another room in a factory. Number two, you're going to want to practice the ABCs using 3D letters. A lot of parents that I talk to whose child may be struggling, they may even have a learning disability. And it takes them a little bit more to learn their ABCs than it does for a child who doesn't have a learning disability. But they will say they do ABC flashcards. And while that may work for many children, a lot of kids need something a little bit more. So I like to recommend 3D letters. Okay, so let's talk about some examples here. You can find the bath foam letters in the baby section at department stores, and they stick to the bathtub wall. Those are usually in uppercase, but that's okay to start in uppercase. You can gradually learn these as you go along. You can play with Play Doh and shape letters together. Start with the letters in a kid's name. You can play with chalk. You can write on the driveway. You can use wiki sticks, the wax covered pieces of yarn, and actually shape the letters. And one of my personal favorites is just to keep magnetic letters on your refrigerator. You can usually find these online in capital and lowercase. So make sure you're going something beyond just flashcards. Number three, use environmental print. That means letters that are in your child's environment. So use your cereal boxes, use the names from people in your family, spell them out on your refrigerator. My mom used to write things down on index cards and label things around the house with whatever word they were. And even though I didn't understand all the phonics, I definitely could start to understand what letter they started with, and that goes really far in the beginning. You can also use words that are names of other people in the family other than just your child, like mommy or daddy or their siblings, something that means something to the child. Environmental print also includes things like restaurant signs, road signs, the labels in a department store, like on the aisle, and things like that. Just involve your child throughout the day with things they see in their environment. You can play I Spy games. That's another great idea. And the last tip is to make the letters useful. Let your child see that you are using the letters. So this can go hand in hand with the environmental print because they see you pointing at things on a label on a box or on a sign, but it can also go with writing. Let your child see you write and make a list for things. And I know that a lot of us may, speak into a device at home and make a shopping list, but make an effort, especially when your child is young, to show your child how to make a list. Your child's also going to see how you're holding that pencil or pen, and that gives them one more thing to imitate. So make it useful as well. If you would like all these ideas and more packaged together, make sure you check out my mini course, Easy as ABC, a busy parent's guide to teaching the alphabet. I will leave a link below. And if your child has extended beyond this level and they know their alphabet and you'd like to get them started reading, be sure you sign up for my email because I have a course that is coming out soon, a Busy Mom's Guide to Teaching Your Child How to Read. So if you will go to the link in the description below, you can sign up for my 5 quick tips to immediately improve your child's reading. Go down below, sign up for that. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. And you can find the Parent Teacher Bridge on Instagram and Facebook. So make sure you do that as well. And remember, parents, you are your child's most influential teacher.